We got 20 laps to go in the ARCA race. I was going to go home, but I got nothing to do. And I just killed everyone. But anyway, the race is happening. And I'm stuck here because the weather's bad. So we're going to watch the ARCA, the final 20 laps of the ARCA Racing Series. Hope everyone's having a good Saturday so far. I'm going to turn up the volume. Oh yeah, that's right. I have to, I almost killed you guys again. Why do I keep doing this? I'm trying to move my phone just to where I can put it. Alright, I'll just do it like this. What's up, DJ? 19 to go. Sean Core's winning. I'm rooting for... I was rooting for Natalie Decker, but she just blew a tire, so she's probably done. I'm probably rooting for Riley Herbst in that 18. I don't really care who wins, to be honest, as long as it's not Noah Gregson. I know I got a Toyota. Hey, Kyle Busch fan 18, how's it going? Man, they're getting they're jockeying really right now.
Tell us what you know, Dylan. You can see the hood is flapping pretty badly. You're starting to on that 32 car.
Oh, dang, Gustine. You gotta be careful with that hood flap. That hood can come off big time.
So that's been really the only issue so far, is just making sure they stay in the draft. But the car itself is still driving straight, so no problems, at least preliminarily, for Gustine. Let's go to Jim.
Natalie Decker, the other car on the racetrack, missing most of her left front fender on her Venturini Motorsports Toyota. And reported
yeah, Decker's lost the draft. She needs a caution like now.
When she smelled the fiberglass, it did have a fender rub on the top of the tire where the hood would meet the top of the fender. That's now gone, so the tire is clear of that debris. Spotter Eddie DeHunt was very specific, saying this is where the damage may be from. Now the wheel is clear. Let's keep her on the racetrack.
You can see where that fender is pulled back on the side. That was also dragging, may still be dragging the racetrack. That could be where the fiberglass smell she has coming from.
She's running the full season, so running for points, and also one of the 4 Scott Rookie Challenge contenders running the entire season. So she'll want to get what she can out of this one.
I think it's a good call to keep her on the racetrack. She's in the same straightaway as the leaders, and we just got to hope for a caution.
Yeah, she gets a caution for anything. I think pull that fender off and patch that thing up a little bit. She'll be in the same situation that Gustine's in, and Gus is doing an amazing job hanging on with that.
My goodness, Gustine is a... Oh, hang on, that's really close. ARCA should have a visor cam also saving that for like... Whoa, they're wrecking! Whoa! Did they save it? Holy crap, they did! Oh my gosh! Wow! You don't like the new scoreboard? Yeah, it's alright. Not the best. I don't like it either, to be honest. Whoa, there they go now! Whoa! Big wreck. 98, 57, 77. Lamastis, Dawzat. Quinn Hoff. Oh, wow.
Guys, we saw that coming from miles away.
Dang. Who's the 46? Farrier.
Going to be a break for Natalie Decker, but what a tough break for Brian.
I mean, I like that they're showing more drivers, more driver positions on the screen of that ticker. I know, that's a tough break.
And he's fine, so that's Farrier that was involved in the 46 for Empire Racing. That's Doza there.
You can see the numbers on your TV. They're just using plain vanilla generic fonts as the numbers. They're not using like number images like we had last year. They even did that last year for ARCA, which I loved.
I've been so impressed with the resilience of these 5-star bodies, these composite bodies.
They can only take so much.
Yeah, there've been some hard hits here. You see the damage to Chad Bryant's number 77, driven by Bo Lamastis. See the right side damage.
Oh man, oh man, oh man.
He finished 6th here a couple of years ago at Daytona. Let's go back and see how this started.
I want to see the save. Was that
Gustine.
Chase Purdy?
Gus is going to make contact with the 8.
Oh, Gus got to be 8? What?
The entire field up now. See, now that puts them
How
three
in
wide.
the world did they save it? That I will
And as
never
we
know.
did,
We'll,
they're going to go
we'll
by the
never know
start
how
line, and then we get
they
down
did
to
it.
turn
That's
number
crazy,
one.
man.
The 98 of Haupt is trying to go around the outside of Dean in the 32, and we get down to the corner.
Channel size is too big, causing me not to see numbers. I gotcha.
And squeezes him.
Yeah, that was just a record waiting to happen, man. Just a big wreck waiting to happen. I'll tell you that.
On the inside. So I think Gus Dean got out of that. He's still shown in 10th position.
There's another view of that initial contact between Gus Dean and the 8 of Chase Purdy. Haupt does a nice job avoiding the 32 of Dean right there. But they get down to the corner. Watch him squeeze right here, guys.
Just not enough room. And once the cars get attached, it's over.
Yeah, once again, a wreck just
turn a
waiting to
green car.
happen.
She's going to make evasive action. You see the green and white car go by Michael Self. That was Tom Hessert above Michael Self. Leilani does a nice job driving by before they come down off the banks. Bobby Gerhardt getting through.
Here's Gus Dean's on board, and watch him squeeze through this. More damage.
Wow, Gus Dean's gonna have a chance at winning this race.
Thomas Prater
Maybe
getting
that
by
fender
outside
fix
with
to the
that
hood.
car.
So this works out for some that have been quick, like Zane Smith, who's lost all kinds of track position. Maybe he still has life running in 17th.
Yeah, Tom Hessert, Michael Self, who would drop back a little ways. Now they're back up in the top 15. Natalie Decker is able to make a pit stop and work on her car.
Look at the damage on Lamastus, goodness.
Pit road is closed, but significant damage for Lamastus, so he'll come in and do the work. So caution number 4, another restart coming, and Sean Corr is the leader of the ARCA race at Daytona.
That'd be great to see Sean Corr win.
Yeah, I took your advice and had Geico help with renter's insurance. It was really easy.
Easy? That'd be nice.
Or help with
Oh,
bookcases,
man.
say bookcase.
That got exciting.
Isn't that the bed?
See how easy
Renter's insurance can be at geico.com.
As long as there's curiosity. As long as there are undiscovered corners of the earth. When you are capable of more.
The 29th champion is Brittany Force.
The stakes are high out there.
This rivalry now is not only on the racetrack, it's inside of each one of their heads.
Alright. Oh, man.
HRA is back with the Winter Nationals from Pomona, Sunday at 5 Eastern, 2 Pacific on FS1.
I watched the Daytona 500 with family. My sister, maybe some friends might come from up the road. My favorite memories, obviously Dad's win, coming down pit road, all the crew guys shaking his hand. That's an ultimate tip of the cap from all your peers. A spontaneous moment. I don't even think Dad was ready for it. I was thrilled for Dad not only to win the race, but to get that kind of appreciation from his peers.
In this arena,
Now we wait.
this is where tradition, pride, and determination all come together. Big Ten basketball, now on Fox and FS1.
WAG, the #1 on-demand dog walking app. Get your first walk free when you download the app now.
Welcome back to Daytona International for the ARCA opener with Austin Terrio, Phil Parsons, and Kevin Lee, Dylan Welch, and Jim Trado on pit road. Jim.
Bear bond is going on aplenty on the left front fender of Natalie Decker's Toyota. She wanted to come to pit road sooner. However, pit procedures are such that the pit was closed and she was given the free pass. So that was another lap under caution around the racetrack before she could come in. They've taped the top of the fender very well, but they're taking extra time now to build the left front nose where your directional or your headlight would be on your passenger car to get that built, because there's nothing to build on, just the hood itself and the very front leading edge of the nose.
critical right now for Natalie Decker, just to give her a solid race car, get more experience. Chance to win, probably gone away, but you can still get a pretty good finish here.
Oh, without a doubt. We've seen Gus Dean actually do a nice job with all the damage, but there has to be something behind that barrier bond. The barrier bond itself is not going to hold that air off, but maybe they have enough material behind that to keep its integrity.
This is race number 1 of 2018 and one of the more diverse schedules in motorsport. Here is what's to come. Little time off before they go to the fairgrounds in Nashville, then another short track in Salem, and our next event on FS1 coming up, another super speedway in Talladega in late April.
Yeah, we talk about the diversity of this schedule. They don't have a road race this year, but last
They
year
really
they had
not
road
going
race, dirt races, short tracks,
just a different day.
super speedways, intermediate tracks, and this guy beside me won on every type of a racetrack that they had last year.
I think he's pretty good.
What an amazing schedule. Daytona, Talladega to the dirt track, back to Charlotte for the first time in a while. It's going to be an exciting year.
Are they really not showing the Michigan race? Are they really showing that on map?
Back to
Same with
Gateway as
Iowa?
well, that mile-and-a-quarter racetrack
What?
up near St. Louis.
They've done a lot of things at Gateway in the last few years. That has become a really good motorsports market.
Yeah, we have a great truck crowd up there when we go up there. Looking forward to that. It'll actually be a combination weekend with the Truck Series and the ARCA Racing Series at Gateway.
Be a great show.
19 of the 20 races are on live television this year, 8 on Fox, either FS1 or FS2. We can't wait, and we want to find out what's going to happen in this one. We're going to have 10 laps or so to go when we get restarted. And there's a great story in this race. He's a former winner in the ARCA Racing Series, but it's been a little while. Mark Thompson, though, Dylan, is in the mix here tonight.
And he's making his 100th career ARCA start tonight. Former Daytona pole sitter in the ARCA cars, won that in 2015. He's also trying to qualify for the Daytona 500 next Sunday. He and crew chief Carl Long have been using this almost as a test session for their Cup car. They've been racing throughout the day, and Mark has been reporting to Carl about what the car is doing, and they've been taking notes, trying to apply anything and everything they can to improve their Cup car effort. So kind of cool that there's a little bit of parlay and carryover for both these cars to the Cup cars.
Ran the Talladega Cup race last year, a 2-time winner in 1997 in ARCA at Charlotte and also at Michigan.
We have to assume the 43 is going to start on the bottom, so that means the 28 and the 54 cannot work together on this restart.
Yeah, we'll see which way Sean Corr goes, whether he wants Noah Gragson behind him or Travis Braden behind him. I'm sure there's some conversation going on pit road or up in the spotter stand or both to try to determine who's going to work with who as we get close to 10 laps to go.
Running in 14th position, this is Tony Marakovich, who's making a super speedway debut. He had 3 starts last year. He's starting for Andy Hillenberg's team, just 19 years old. They've been pretty quick this weekend. Shuffled a little further back in the start, but really nice young man with a lot of road racing experience that's never done anything bigger than a mile. So a better place to start than Daytona International.
Yeah, great sponsor on board, the Smart emissions reducer. They were really excited about this effort.
Tony was actually a teammate of mine last year and enjoyed working with him.
I talked to Tony a little bit this morning, and he was really excited. He said, we didn't get the qualifying run that we wanted. I said, hey, you've got a long race here, and he's doing a nice job racing his way up into the top 15.
Report that Brian Doza has been checked, cleared, and released from the Infield Care Center, one of those involved.
Hey, Derek, how's it going?
Fourth caution just a little bit ago, so good to hear that. So what's going to happen on this restart? Sheldon Creed and Noah Gragson worked a plan together for the last restart when they were 1-2. Well, now Sean Corr is the leader. Brett Hall running in 5th position, having a really strong run tonight in his second full-time campaign in ARCA.
They weren't happy with the 2017 season, so they changed the paint scheme on the car. They changed their logo and everything. They wanted a fresh outlook. They did want to mention that that Ben Leslie got hurt in a shop fire not too long ago. He's a couple weeks away from coming back to work, so we want to wish Ben a speedy recovery. They have a little logo on the beat post of that car saying "Get well soon, Ben." Ben's somebody I've known for a long time, so good to see him recovering.
Let's find out more about our leader with Dylan.
We're with his crew chief
Mike Cheek. Mike, what's Sean saying? Does he feel like he's got a shot to hold him off here these last 10 laps?
Oh yeah, that car loves fresh air. If we can just get a decent restart, this thing will pull away, I think. I want to give a shout out to Sean's dad, Mr. Cora, our owner. He's in the hospital, a little ill down in New Smyrna. Boss, we'll see you tomorrow, trying to bring you a little something happy here.
Be awfully cool to see a Hetty Blue 43 back in victory lane at Daytona as well, guys.
Sean Corr's best career finish is 5th, and that came right here back in 2013. This is his 46th career ARCA starts.
If Sean can pull this off, you know, Mike Cheek's nickname is Grumpy, and I don't think he's going to be too grumpy if he can pull this off. See, he's going to take the inside. He's going to work with Noah Gragson in the 54 car.
I think that's very fortuitous. Gragson might have the best car right now among those up front, but there are a lot of contenders. I'm not sure I could pick one.
Yeah, I think the 28 and the 54 would like to work together if it works out. Sometimes, obviously, now they're in different lines and different rows, and you have to go when you can.
So Creed has Travis Brayton behind him on the top line. Thompson.
All right, here we go.
That's the high line. Then you see Dean back there. On the bottom line, it's Corr.
Yeah, Sean Corr, I know, right, Derek?
And under 10 to go.
All right, here we go. Sorry, dealing with some stupid shit right now. Excuse my language.
The final restart to determine the season opener for the ARCA Racing Series, presented by Menards.
So important to get a good restart here, and don't leave the guy right behind you. Have him go with you. Motion for him when you're getting ready to jump in the throttle.
Watch Brett Holmes back there, 3rd in line.
Yo, what's up, Mini Martin? It's been a while, bro.
The red Bama Buggy's car.
All right, here we go. 9 to go.
Creed on the top side, Corr on the bottom side. Gragson trying to push Corr along. But Brayton is giving a good bump as well to Creed up top.
Both those guys in the second row did it.
Dang, they're bumping like crazy. Though it's like they're tandeming.
Stay hooked up.
I'm pretty sure you're allowed to tandem in ARCA though.
Into the backstretch.
Top lane with an advantage of 2.
A little bit of energy there on the outside.
And that's Brayton doing the work.
Holy cow! What a whoa! Good run, Sheldon Creed.
So it's Creed, Corr, Gragson.
Yes, I do, bro.
Holmes,
Yeah, man.
Thompson and Purdy.
Holy cow! Good times,
Thompson's the only
man.
one on the top side right now.
And Gus Dean is in there with that damaged car.
Watch that green and white Sinclair car back there. Michael Self, he's trying to stay within range.
Bless you, bro.
That black and blue car on the outside.
But they've got to catch the pack. The front pack has inched away just a bit. Led by 20-year-old Sheldon Creed, looking for his first ARCA win.
Those guys on the outside need to get in line. Stay single file, try to catch that front pack.
Sean Corr still in second, takes a little bump from Gragson, hangs on to it. Brayton in 4th, Holmes, Purdy, that's the top 6. They've spread out a little bit.
Whoa! Stop car.
Oh, we're going to see a caution. Caution is out.
And it's for the 10 car of Marakovich. We just
Wow. Dang, that changes everything, bro.
Wonder if he was one of the guys that only made that one pit stop early on.
Oh boy, that just changed everything.
Some contact with the outside safer barrier. There's Michael Self going by him.
Possibly some oil. Looks like the
Michael Self was wall up against the wall, and then Tony came along and made some contact with the wall.
There was a big slide. Let's see what we can see again. Oh, he slid up into Michael Self. So Marakovich got up into Self, who then hung on to it, and then Marakovich slid up
almost looked like the right front tire. Something went down quick on Marakovich's car as sharply as he turned right.
definitely mechanical, yeah.
So
Self, that's good.
Position might have a little bit of damage.
Both on the left and the right. Left where Marakovich made contact with him on the right side from the wall.
And now Sheldon Creed on this restart is going to have what he likes.
Ryan.
Noah Gragson behind him.
What's up?
He's in 3rd. So it's Creed, Corr, Gragson, Brayton, Holmes the top 5, Purdy, and Gus Dean still within reach.
Yeah, when you said earlier this might be the last restart, I was thinking, I'm not too sure about that.
I wouldn't have bet on that, but it might have been. Chances were not good. So we'll see if we finish in regulation or go to ARCA overtime. The Lucas Oil 200, driven by General Tire, is nearing a conclusion.
Casual Fridays at Buckingham Palace? Surprising. What's not surprising? How much money Nathan saved by switching to Geico.
Why build a car with 640 horsepower? Why give it brakes that belong on a racetrack? Why on earth build a sedan that goes 200 miles per hour? It's simple. You can build a car, or you can build a Cadillac. Bust the move.
How far does Big Tobacco go to keep people hooked on their deadly, addictive products?
Big Tobacco designed cigarettes to be more addictive by genetically engineering tobacco itself.
And it's ravaging struggling America. A staggering 72% of remaining smokers come from lower-income communities.
You really see the hold it takes on people.
The whole situation is wrong.
Stopping Big Tobacco starts with the truth. Know the truth, spread the truth. Enlist at thetruth.com.
Hey, do you think Possess is coming, Brian?
UEFA Champions League is on FS1. Two of the biggest stars in the game collide in the first leg of the knockout round.
Absolutely magnificent.
Next Wednesday, Ronaldo and defending champion Real Madrid battle Neymar and Paris Saint-Germain. UEFA Champions League, next Wednesday at 2 Eastern, 11 Pacific on FS1.
Perfectly opinionated. Alan Coward, weekdays on FS1.
It's the biggest, most prestigious, most hard-fought championship in this genre of racing. A gate drop to kick it all off happens right now.
Monster Energy Supercross, San Diego, tonight, 10 Eastern on FS1.
We've got another late race caution in the ARCA opener at Daytona.
About time they got back on. Alright, I think it's one to go.
Happenings last year. Austin Terrio is joining us in the booth with Phil Parsons. I'm Kevin Lee. In the final stages last year, with Austin out in front, heavy damage for Justin Fontaine in the 33. Cody Robaugh, Bobby Gerhardt also involved. And I saw Justin at the racetrack today. Good to see him. He's got a full-time Camping World Truck Series ride, but he had a pretty significant back injury. Austin, similar to what you had, a compression fracture.
It's great to see him come back and fight back from an injury like that.
And then you also have experienced what these drivers are experiencing, the late race restart, dealing with that. How do you deal with knowing they only get one more chance to go?
Well, you never want to tell yourself that you've got the checker flag in hand, and it's never over till it's over. So what these guys have to do, they have to focus one last time. There may be other cautions. Let's just hope that they go green here and finish it out, but total focus from here on out.
Let's check in with Dylan. Well, and Sean Corr's guys are happy for that caution because it puts him in the outside lane. Travis Braden pushed Sean.
All right, I'm ready. Here we go, boys.
So this time, the 43 cars in front of
think
Travis Braden.
all right.
They've got Chase Purdy third in line on the outside lane as well, who has not been
Here we go.
about using his front bumper to push cars.
Who's it gonna be? Make your picks now. Keep in mind, by the way, if a caution comes out with a lap to go, we're not done yet. It's not like NASCAR.
I like that inside line. I like Creed and.
Who am I gonna root for is the question.
Brett Holmes has done a nice job. He's in the third spot inside line, but the 54 and the 20 have worked together really well.
I'm going to go with the underdogs on the outside, Cor and Braden.
5 to go. Looking for the pace car to pull off. The lights are out. Creed on the bottom side. Cor up top. Neither have won in ARCA. Gregson has won in the Truck Series, not in ARCA. Braden won his very first race, trying for number 2.
All right, good start for the 28.
Gregson giving the push to Creed on the bottom side. Can Braden help?
Ooh, watch Gregson. He's gonna pull a bold move. I can just see it happening.
Push on the outside.
I think we're gonna wreck again. I just have that feeling.
But look at that inside line. Look at the inside.
The inside, you need that inside in ARCA, man. It's not like NASCAR where the outside can work.
Nosing in front, it's Sheldon Creed leading again at Daytona.
Jumps to the inside and leaves Sean Core. Now Sean's going to try to side draft.
There's going to be a third line trying to be working? Oh, wow. Okay. Thompson's trying to open up a third line. Oh, he's by himself. He's done.
Tom Hesser, Michael Self went through the middle, put the 66 of Mark Thompson on the outside.
Oh, these two are blowing away. I think, watch, who's in third? Is that Braden? I think that's Braden. Watch Braden here in the 27. He's going to get a big suck up. Look at all the plastic.
See that outside line trying to get a little momentum. Look at the black and blue car of Hesser with a bit of a run. Just pull up on the back of the 8 of Purdy. Now he's going to go around the outside, put Purdy in the middle.
Oh, wow. Purdy in the sucker hole. That's just disrespectful. I'm just kidding. Oh, Munter!
Great save by Leilani.
Trying to get out of the way as we come to the line with 2
I think we're still good.
3 wide.
Top 4 pulling away.
And Gustine grabs that spot for a moment.
How can Gustine be racing for the 4th spot with all that damage in that 32 car?
Top 4 have checked out.
Oh boy.
And Holmes.
Just 2 to go.
Dean is in 5th. Then Core, Hesser, Herbst, Purdy, and Self, the top 10. Prater, Zane Smith, who dominated early, is back in 12th position.
27 wants to go to the outside.
Oh man, it's getting good.
Wait a lap, I think. Don't want to take a shot now. Purdy's pushing Core in the outside.
You don't want to show them your move until you're ready.
Can we just please make it back? 2 more laps. Please don't make a mistake, anyone. Here we go. We still race if a caution comes out in this last lap. Just remember that. If these guys wreck and a caution comes out, we're not done. Just remember that. Go Core! Go Core! Whoa! Oh, there! Holy crap! Oh, Brett Holmes upside down! Holy crap! Holy crap! He's on his side! Holy crap! Yeah, we're not done yet! He's stuck, dude, oh my goodness! Wow! Holmes is stuck! Wow!
He survives the early contact, a couple of more near misses with contact. His day looks like it will come to a close and we will have a red flag.
Wow. Yeah, they're gonna stop that race. Holy crap. I don't think he's able to get out. He's trapped in there. They need to put him down on all 4 wheels, then he can get out. It's not like a truck where you can get out easily.
We see him moving around in the car.
Winning that down.
I want to see Brett Holmes, who was on the side. There's Brett moving around. That's Gustine, I'm sorry. That's Gustine. Wow. He says he's okay.
He gave that car a great ride after all that damage he got earlier in the race.
And through all of that, Sean Core is shown in 2nd position. But
a lot of cars got air. Holy cow. Yeah, they're not going to show a replay until Holmes is okay. Is out of that car.
Put the caution flag out because you cannot advance your position once the caution flag is displayed.
But he was moving on that top line. He's definitely
had some momentum. Yes, yeah. he could very well be in 2nd.
The top lane had a bunch of good cars there right before that wreck. You had the 41 of Zane Smith, Purdy.
Core ended up with a lot of damage in this incident.
Man, holy crap.
It's a good sign that Brett Holmes is okay because they're working on just putting the car back upright.
I believe that's Zane right there, isn't it? Yeah, that is Zane, yeah. He walked up under his own power to the ambulance. It's good to see.
Did a great run early. No contact on pit road, got shuffled back. Too many good cars. It's too difficult to make your way back to the front.
There's Dean. He's okay.
Dean climbing out.
And remember, as you mentioned, we will have a 1-lap shootout
Because they saw the white flag, that's why.
You take the white, then you come around and take the checker.
Yeah, we'll get confirmation from the ARC officials. It will be green and white together when they restart this race for one lap. But that doesn't mean that's going to be it. If we have another incident on that last lap, then we will have another restart. We will finish this race under green.
We've got time.
We have time.
Cup qualifying isn't due tomorrow. Clear until then.
I mean, we've kept Austin up here the whole time. We might as well just finish it off.
It's a good view, though, isn't it?
Great view.
Not as good as the view he had last year out front. Take that one. Austin Terrio is joining us in the booth, the 2017 ARCA champion. Bill Parsons, I'm Kevin Lee. Jim Trado and Dylan Welch are on pit road. We had a pretty big one on the white flag lap.
Talk about the nerves that Sheldon Creed is feeling right now. He knows he's in first place, but the race is not over yet.
He seems like a pretty calm character to me, but that may be just outward appearance. Everyone has the feelings. Because I put you in the same category. You appear as calm and as steady as anyone I've ever met. What are you feeling in those circumstances?
You still feel it.
Yeah.
You still feel it. One lap to go. The race is not over. Anything can happen.
We can see Brett moving around over the top of the hood. Yes, it is. You can see the roof is intact with that car. That it did not smash. It didn't look like it landed on the roof. Certainly landed on the side and slid along on its side.
We'll have to see a replay of that.
So it's going to take a little bit to clean up the carnage from this one, and then we are in store for a one-lap shootout with great stories up front. Sheldon Creed has won Stadium Super Truck Championships. He's driven on road courses. And there's Brett Holmes. Good to see.
Absolutely.
Definitely disappointed, but it's good to see him out.
He had a great run going to. Did a really nice job.
He's okay. That's good.
First start to the 2018 season. He was within a half a lap having a great finish.
Now, if our monitors are correct, Chase Purdy's running 5th, and just a lap before that, he was in the middle lane, headed backwards, so good recovery for him.
Yeah, this race is stopped, obviously.
Let's go back.
All right, I want to see this.
All this got started. The 23 on the bottom.
They were stacking up. That high line was getting a run. Does Dean get a run and get into the... Oh, he got into the 23. Holy crap. Dang, Brett Holmes. How did you not go upside down is the question.
If it wouldn't have been for that,
How did you not be like Justin Fontaine? Goodness gracious. Thompson in flames.
Shown on our scoring monitor in second. He's lined up second under this red flag.
See, look at the momentum the outside lane had before that.
I'm not sure, though.
Yeah, that 41 did catch some air as well. I want to see it from the perspective we saw in real time.
Because they know the damage is severe enough that we need a caution flag. As you see Brett Holmes sliding down driver's side.
That's going to be close because Core definitely had the momentum and it was on his way.
Dang.
Looks like he is ahead.
Blue flaps didn't even work, man.
Sure does.
And Purdy is up there. And Zane Smith almost was ahead of it and he got hit.
That 41 did get a lot of air. Holy cow.
Made hard contact with Zane Smith. Dave Bader was doing a nice job. We haven't talked.
I do have a question. Does anyone know if the truck race, are they going to use all those flaps like on the bed and stuff like that?
And he was a snowball derby winner in 1978.
If anyone's still watching.
On board with Gustine.
He was trying to pedal the throttle and try to get out from that situation.
So does this mean that Nelly Decker still has a chance? No, I'm just kidding. If I hope Herb's missed it, that'd be crazy if he did.
Involved in the incident. Let's see how Riley gets through here.
Let's go! Oh, did the splitter get? Did you get the splitter?
Did a great job. This is going to be a great view right here. Look at everybody going down to the grass. That's Thomas Prater, that yellow and black car that went through the grass a little bit, and we saw Riley Herbst go through the grass.
Prater came out of that, scored in the 6th position.
Yeah, you see Riley Herbst is pushing the 32. Really, Gustine, we heard him trying to get out of the throttle, but he's being pushed from behind. Made contact with the wrong spot on that 32. Look how far underneath the 32, the 23 that Gustine goes. Michael Self going through there. There's Tom Hessert, the 55, going through there. There's the contact from Dave Mader.
Big impact.
He was fastest in practice here on Thursday.
There's a window gone.
I'm not sure there was a happier person in the garage area than Dave Mader.
This is all in the backstretch going in, heading towards turn 3. Look at the visual of those sparks.
It's amazing pictures.
Wow, look at the damage.
The aftermath of the 23 for Brett Holmes.
There's just 5. No, there's gotta be more.
Bader and Thompson among those.
And only 5? Are you serious?
Green-white finish coming up. One lap to determine the
1, 2, 3.
And Daytona. Stay with us on FS1.
There's 3 of them. I thought it was like maybe 6 or something like that. All right, Tristan's
Casual
texting.
Fridays at Buckingham Palace. Surprising. What's not surprising? How much money Nathan saved by switching to Geico.
Why build a car with 640 horsepower? Why give it brakes that belong on a racetrack? Why on earth build a sedan that goes 200 miles per hour? It's simple. You can build a car, or you can build a Cadillac.
It's 6 a.m. 40 million Americans are waking up to a Gillette shave. And at our factory in Boston, more than 1,000 workers are starting their day building on over 100 years of heritage, craftsmanship, and innovation. Today, we're bringing you America's #1 shave at lower prices every day, putting money back in the pockets of millions of Americans. As one of those workers, I'm proud to bring you Gillette quality for less, because nobody can beat the men and women of Gillette. Gillette, the best a man can get.
A staggering 72% of remaining smokers come from lower-income communities, and they're hit the hardest by Big Tobacco's tactics.
Big Tobacco designed cigarettes to be more addictive by genetically engineering the tobacco itself.
And it's ravaging struggling America.
They should be ashamed of themselves. It has to
Yeah,
stop.
I
don't care about us.
You know this is wrong.
Wow,
We need to stop Big Tobacco. Know the truth, spread the truth. Enlist at thetruth.com.
That Ford F-150s are not. Which truck did you pick?
The Chevy. The Chevy? The Chevy.
There you go. Boom.
That was obvious. Plus an Explorer.
No doubt about it. Now they know what to do.
We've got bonus ARCA racing from Daytona, and when we're done at UFC 221 prelims on FS1 as Damian Beatdown Brown steps into the octagon to face Dong Hunt Kim, plus Rob Wilkinson welcomes Israel Adesanya in his UFC debut. UFC 221 prelims coming up next on FS1 or streaming live on Fox Sports Go. Another look at the white
Still waiting for the restart, gentlemen. What's up, Boyles? How's it going, buddy?
close. 1 lap remaining. Coming up next from Daytona.
A small finger, a worm,
A lamppost.
tiny sword,
A walking stick.
the Eiffel Tower, two Everglades,
Tandem bicycle.
As long as sloths are slow, you can count on Geico saving folks money. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
Hello.
Hi.
How's it going? All right, how you doing? Welcome. So, this is the all-new Chevy Traverse. What do you think?
This looks better than 99% of the SUVs out there.
It's very modern, sleek.
Maybe the most impressive part of the all-new Traverse is what's on the inside.
What are you
here.
I missed you guys. I haven't seen you guys in so long.
What's happening?
We flew her out. It's a family car. We had to put your family in it.
Yeah, it gets 7 thumbs up.
In this arena, this is where tradition, pride, and determination all come together. Big Ten basketball, now on Fox and FS1.
The 29th champion is Brittany Force.
The stakes are high out there. This rivalry now is not only on the racetrack, it's inside of each one of their heads. Talk about iconic names.
LA is back with the Winter Nationals from Pomona, Sunday at 5 Eastern, 2 Pacific on FS1.
College fans are goofy and delusional. They're off their rocker.
Take it down. What a play.
College football is a great product. Sports doesn't get any better than that.
Home to the world's best soccer. The biggest stars. And the moments that will go down in history. The following is a presentation of FS1.
Pit road, all the crew guys shaking his hand.
Coming up next on FS1, it's the UFC 221 free fight show with me, Tyron Woodley, and Michael Bisping. There was drama at yesterday's weigh-in down in Perth, Australia. Luke Rockhold will fight for a title. Joel Romero will not. We'll get you all squared away next. Back to Daytona with
Thanks, Karen.
It's still
The
cleaning
red
up.
flag, the Lucas Oil 200 driven by General Tire in the ARCA season opener. And
Hey, at least they can actually take that. At least they can actually try to restart the race. Not like last year when they had to deal with the clash or the rain or something like that, whatever it was.
Sports One booth, you got a copy? Sheldon, you've done a great job with that United Rentals Toyota. What are you thinking here now, knowing you're going to have a one-lap shootout? What's your plan?
Yeah, I mean, we've had good restarts all night. Noah Gregson, the 54th, is really good, pushing up to 27. Help us get back to the lead there, pushing that. So, just kind of do our job here. Get a good last restart, get the good, and hoping that that wasn't the same thing. And, like I said, we just want to be, we don't want to be too light coming off the two, because then it gives us a chance. So, just kind of do our job here, and maybe come around and lead.
Do you have a plan, Sheldon, to keep that 54 close to you? You don't want to get too far on the front of him. Do you have a plan to make sure he stays with you?
I mean, hopefully we just hook up and I can maybe up the gas a little bit. We can stay connected or just gotta watch him. He just doesn't make a move. I gotta just kind of block, I guess. So gonna try to do our job here. We're trying to get Carl and I the field guys fielded all week. So just gotta get a win for them.
We've done a great job all night, buddy. Finish it off.
Let's find out what's happening on pit road with some of those on top of the stand making decisions. We start with Dylan. And we're down with Coley Barraclaw, who's the crew chief for Chase Purdy, who runs 5th right now. You guys were back near the back of the top 10 just about 4 or 5 laps ago. Now you're back up to 5th. How were you able to get back up there so quickly?
Just do what TJ tells him to do. He's doing a good job. It's his first Speedway race. Pretty proud of him. So I think we're going to line up 4th, so whoever gets in front of us, we're going to push him to victory lane and hopefully follow him.
What has the learning
Austin Dillon to start on the pole for the Clash, by the way, guys.
He's learned that riding the bottom is a lot easier. It's a lot more work to ride outside, and he learned that. He's been out there. But
Look at
he's done a good job. He's kept it clean. He's helping
NFL.
everybody around him. So that's what he's here for, get respect, and that way they'll work with him better next time.
1 lap. Can you go from 5th or 4th to the win?
Anything can happen in this race. So we're going to, whoever's in front of us, we're going to help push him out there. And if we go with him, we can get by him. But we're running out of time. We just want a nice, I'm happy with the finish we got right now, if it did it right now. For the long term, for Chase, good learning curve. He'll be all ready for Talladega.
Chase Purdy restarting 5th. That's the thoughts of the man calling the shots for him, Coley Barraclaw. Let's go to Jim Trado.
Starting just ahead of him on this restart when we go back green, Dylan is the driver, the number 54 of Noah Gregson. His crew chief for DGR Crosley Racing is Chris Lawson. And Chris, I know your spotter's been way engaged. Jason Hedlesky's been through a lot with Matt Kenseth. Carl Edwards for years behind the wheel. Now he's got Noah, and you've got a new car, a new team, and this driver's been able to put that car just about anywhere. What's your strategy now as we're nearing this one lap to run?
Well, even as good as Jason is, we also got Tony Hirschman up there, and he's doing an amazing job. So I want to give a lot of credit to him. And really, it's between him and Noah is what has put us in the spot we're in. So just going to hope that 8 pushes us, man. That's what it's down to now.
Now, you guys made a deal earlier with Sheldon Creed saying, okay, we're going to play nice at the 28. We're going to make sure we get a distance, get a gap. Any other strategies playing out with Sheldon Creed will start just ahead of you?
I mean, I think it's every man for himself now. I mean, we're 1 lap away, and I think you just got to go.
That's the crew chief, Chris Lawson, for the number 54 of Noah Gregson. Noah's only got one prior ARCA Racing Series start here at Daytona. He said, I need more drafting experience. This team went since they got here, building this car a month ago without coming to the test in January. Got a strong piece to the finish here, guys.
All right, thank you, Jim. Also, we've got information of those involved checked and released from the Infield Care Center. That includes Brett Holmes, Gus Dean, Zane Smith, and Mark Thompson. They're all okay. So we're lined up, ready to go for one more lap. How did we get there? It has been an eventful night here tonight, starting with 20-year-old Natalie Decker on the pole and Zane Smith on the outside grabbing the early lead.
Pretty calm for about 24 laps. Then we had the 99 Ronnie Osmer lose an engine. Then we had a couple cars get involved in an incident trying to avoid him. That brought out caution number 1.
Dustin with some early damage stayed in. Riley Herbst, one of those expected to be quick with some problems early on.
A lot of issues on pit road today.
Yes, Zane Smith leaving his pit, runs into the 5 of Bobby Gerhardt.
And then further back, Daniel Sasnick going around, causing one of our 5 cautions.
And Papa, the 22, gets involved along with Andrew Belmont. Another view from what Natalie Decker saw for an instant anyway.
She was able to escape a couple of different times. Here, though, got into the back of Max Tolman, one of the early contenders. He led laps in the beginning, but took some contact.
Yeah, just a chain reaction on a restart. Natalie got the worst of it, unfortunately.
Decker, by the way, is still in this, though. She'll restart in 10th. There's Gus Dean, Quinn Howe, Bo Lamastis, Brian Doza, all making significant contacts.
Here's the most recent caution that brought out the red flag with Brett Holmes getting turned around with contact from Gus Dean. Hard hits, Bo Lamastis involved in this as well. Mark Thompson, I'm sorry, not Bo Lamastis, but Mark Thompson involved with this.
That was on the white flag lap.
Oh my gosh, Chandler, it's been so long. Holy crap.
And they're rolling again. We're under yellow.
How are you, man? Holy, my goodness.
Take the green. It will be a 1-lap shootout. So, Austin, we heard from a driver. We heard from crew chiefs. First, what are you doing if you're Sheldon Creed to help your chances in front?
Well, I'm still hoping that the 54 of Gregson helps me get going. I mean, this restart is going to come down, and I think ultimately the winner of the race is going to come down to what happens between the start-finish line and the end of turn 2. I mean, the momentum that you have, I think if you have the lead coming out of turn 2, you're in good position because you only got 1 lap. You don't have a second lap for other stuff to happen, and it's going to come down to the restart here. Making no mistakes. You got to time your restart perfectly. You can't go too soon because you need the guy behind you to push you.
As Sheldon Creed told us on the radio a few moments ago, he's want help from Noah Gregson in the 54, but then he may have to play defense because Noah Gregson doesn't want to finish second in this race.
Yeah, Noah did not come here in second, so you're going to help the 28 until you feel like you possibly have a run to pass him, but we just don't have a lot of time left, so I think the 28's in the catbird seat, but anything can happen.
But Sean Corr's been so good on the outside in that 43 car, and he's going to have a good pusher. He's going to have either Chase Purdy or Travis Braden, depends on who's going to line up in the 4th spot.
We're definitely not counting him out yet.
It looks like Chase Purdy now is lined up in the 4th spot. His crew chief was right, Cully was right. They're going to restart in the 4th position.
So, Phil, let's say you are Noah Gregson, and you're starting behind Creed. Is your best hope get the 2 of you past the outside line, and then if you want, if you see the other line coming, you can jump in and go with the high line?
Well, that's what I would want to do. I would try to push Sheldon Creed out where I'm clear of maybe Sean Corr, whoever may be leading that outside pack, and then just immediately jump in the outside and try to leave Sheldon Creed by himself.
Because at that point, Creed doesn't have anybody behind him, and you move to the outside with momentum there. So,
Like I said, Noah Gregson is not running for points in ARCA. He's a full-time Camping Wheel Truck Series driver for Kyle Busch. So it's win or nothing is what he's looking at here.
There may not even be an opportunity for Gregson to go to the outside because Purdy and Core, I think, are going to have a strong restart here.
Yeah, Purdy, looks to me like Purdy's been one of the best pushers that we've had here in this race tonight.
And then there are those that are lurking just a little further back, like Tommy Prater, Michael Self, Riley Herbst, Tom Hessert, a lot of experience here, Natalie Decker restarting in the 10th position. Bobby Gerhardt restarts at 12th, looking for a 9th win here at Daytona. He's the only one entered this year that's won previously at this track.
Yeah, give a call to Chuck Hires in the 06 car. He's running in a 13th spot. How about the 37 of Kirk Horton? We haven't talked a whole lot about him. He's up in the top 15 and 14th. Brad Smith making his 300th career start, 15th. And Con Nicolopoulos driving for Wayne Peterson right now up in the 16th spot.
At 17th, I want to mention Jerry DeWeert. I had a nice conversation with him today. He's from Belgium. Has never done any kind of oval race more than about a half a mile. He's got a lot of road course racing experience, and he is loving his weekend here. It's going really well. He's planning on hopefully doing a few more ARCA races this season.
He's done a nice job.
Michael Self and Riley Herbst, 2 cars that had issues at the beginning of the race, running in the top 10.
Even in what we think is a really quick race with 80 laps, you still can persevere and get yourself back into contention.
Now let's not forget, this is race 1. These guys are going to be competing all year. Coming out with a top 10 finish is not the end of the world. You know, you can build on that.
It's Daytona.
It's Daytona.
Would you have been happy last year with a top 10?
No.
Okay,
I'm just saying, but definitely, you know, if you're running for points and you win this race, this could put your year on a really, really, really good projection as far as knowing that you got a good team and the confidence can take you so far.
Got a great view there of Michael Self. What an amazing record he has here in ARCA. Over the limited number of starts he's had so many top 5 finishes, including that big win at Kansas last year. Came from a long way back to get that win. And let's take a look back at Kansas, our last race of the year when Austin Terrio was busy clinching a championship. Look at him there. How about that restart there? 5 wide. Emerges with the lead off of turn number 2 and goes on to victory.
That was a huge win for him.
Well, he'd been so close a couple of other times. Similar, I think, to Sheldon Creed, too. We had some great restarts. Remember the one that Christopher Bell had last year? Was that at Chicagoland?
Sure was.
So after the clash,
So ironically, that's the
Dylan first, Hamlin second, Logano third, Kenseth, Jones fourth,
MDM Motors.
Johnson fifth, Truex sixth, Kane seventh, Stenhouse eighth, Harvick ninth, Larson tenth, Miller 11th, Chase 12th,
on the left side of your screen. Sheldon Creed is the leader.
Kyle Busch 13th,
Sean
Kurt Busch
Cole is
14th,
second.
Ryan
That's
Blaney
Noah Gregson,
15th,
Chase
Jamie
Purdy,
Murray 16th,
Travis
Greg
Brayton,
Leslie
Tommy
17th.
Prater.
All right,
Those are the front
cool.
3 rows. Self and Herbst, the 4th row. Hessert and Decker, the 5th row. And Willie Mullins right now running in 11th position.
It's another guy that has a top 10 finish here at Daytona on his resume.
Finished 8th last year at Daytona. Willie Mullins did. Running for Hickson Motorsports. So now you drift through the cloud in the speedy dry. Let some of that dissipate a little bit, and the cleanup is pretty close to done. They'll drag it down the main stretch you see there. Don't forget, right after we're done, UFC pre-fight is coming up here on FS1, and it's actually on right now if you're looking for it on FS2.
Yeah, I'll watch the fights later
So look
on.
into the FS Go app as well. Noah Gregson is rolling down pit road.
Whoa!
Got to be an out of gas situation.
Holy crap,
Jim, what
that's
do you know?
crazy.
Yeah, the matter of fact is, when Noah got on the high banks in 3, he said, guys, I think we're out of fuel. We're out of fuel. So Noah Gregson's chances and all that
Hey,
interest
fuel
in what he's
mileage
doing to
race.
restart goes for naught as he needs a splash and go here.
I got it.
Caution lap.
So if he ran out, who else is worried?
Everybody
Yes.
that pitted back when the 28 and the 54 did.
There are a lot of crew chiefs right now sweating on pit road.
And if I'm these guys, when they get down to turn number 3, I'm going to drive along the flat of the racetrack as much as I can. There's some safety equipment over in turn 4 on the flat, but I'm going to stay on the flat, stay away from that bank where that fuel will run away from the pickup. The pickup is
I'm back.
right rear
Sorry
corner
about that.
of these fuel cells, so you want to stay on the
Following
flat.
the NASCAR dude. Oh my gosh, Jaden, you have no idea. That'd be
Ready to go
sweet.
green this time by. There's still a safety truck. Exit of turn 4 and a couple down on the apron in turn number 4. So what does Sheldon Creed have?
We see these guys so many times shut the engine off to try to save fuel. I'd be afraid the engine wouldn't refire.
You have to be careful with these engines because they're fuel injected. They need the fuel. It doesn't act like a carbureted engine, and it's more difficult to restart. I've had them not restart on me a couple times, and I think it actually happened to me here where you have to cycle the engine and stuff. But these drivers are possibly in situations they never dealt with before.
Let's see if we're going to give them one to go this time. No indication yet from the flag man.
Not this time.
So that's another year off the life of every crew chief.
A lot of puckering on pit road. So Sean Corr in position to start on the top side. Let's find out more about the 28, Jim.
Yeah, there's 3 MDM team cars down here. The leader is the 28 of Sheldon Creed. His crew chief is Jeff Stankiewicz. He took a walk down to confer. How worried are you on fuel with the 28, Jeff?
Well, now I'm starting to get worried. I have a feeling with all the speedy drive they put down, we're probably going to have another 2 laps of caution. He's saving everything he can right now, but we're still committed at this point. It is what it is. So there's nothing we can do about it now, and hopefully it all works out. We'll have our teammates starting behind us on the inside, so as long as we all have the fuel to do it, I'm pretty excited about that.
Again, their last pit stop and only pit stop for fuel came back on lap 23. About 5 laps prior to our most recent caution, the team was the crew chief Jeff told his driver, hey, I think we're good. No longer need to turn the motor off under caution. But now that changed the scenario with this longer extension here. And as you mentioned, 2 more laps of caution could mean more than just the 28 is worried about fuel.
On Nick Galopoulos, we saw rolling down pit road. With that teammate he mentioned, that's Chase Purdy in the A car. He'll be right behind Creed, the leader.
One of the only downsides for leading at Daytona is that you burn more fuel. And so if you look at Creed right now, that's why they're sweating, because they're up front. You don't have the draft to depend on, so you always burn more fuel.
Yeah, these engines will get about 6 miles to the gallon. And again, that's just running green flags through and through. These caution laps certainly have helped. There's no way that they would have been able to make it this far without caution laps. We did speculate earlier that maybe a car lost a right front tire when he made contact with Michael Self. That was not the case. That right front tire was on that car.
Yo.
Furled flag.
What's up?
1 lap to go.
You up to anything?
Restart.
This race is almost done.
Yeah.
Side draft the pace car.
I was wondering if it's not too much to ask for if you could drive me somewhere on Main Street. You could set it up. I just wanted to ask.
That would be tough, buddy. I'm sure I could throw it really bad.
Okay. Camping World Truck Series, a few races there, a lot of ARCA races, never better than 5th, and that was here at Daytona. Sheldon Creed is one of those drivers that one of many in this lineup that we think have a chance to be superstars on the brink of winning his first big stock car race. Chase Purdy, an up-and-comer. Travis Braden, very talented, on and on and on. Don't forget, UFC 221 prelims are right now on FS2, and after we're done, here on FS1. And when we go green, we will have 1 lap to go. ARCA finishes on green, so we could have multiple opportunities.
How about Thomas Pridden, now running in the 5th spot? His best career finish is 7th. He's been in the top 10 at points the last 5 years. I'd love to see him able to finish this off and get him a good finish. Looks like somebody's overheating there. Is that Natalie?
Looks like it.
Oh crap, Natalie's overheating.
That wouldn't be that big a deal other than the fact, remember, these engines will retard the timing and they will lose some horsepower when it gets above 240 degrees of water temperature.
So you want to be on the lookout if you're right behind her as well. So,
all right, here we go. Who's gonna win it? It's gonna be Sheldon Creed or Sean Corr.
It's at Daytona International Raceway.
We've been streaming for 1 hour. Wow. My gosh. It's taking them 1 hour to complete 19 laps.
MDM Motorsports, Toyota. The 43 on the top side is 33-year-old Sean Core.
Oh.
Empire Racing, Ford, and a half dozen others.
Oh, this is going to be good. This is going to be good. Here we go.
Creed controls the restart. He's got his
He's got it. He's got it.
Here we go with 1 to go in Daytona. And Creed has the early jump, but Core is trying to come.
Purdy's trying to go to the outside. Whoa! Oh, baby, that's close.
From the second row for both these guys.
Man, these guys are bumping like crazy. Want them to move out of the. Whoa! Oh!
Side by side, nose to tail, bumper to bumper.
Whoa!
Front wiggles a bit. Core on the back stretch. Coming right back is Sheldon Creed. There's still.
Oh boy! Who's got it? Go! Whoa! Oh, they took each other out! Holy crap! No way! No way! Oh my gosh!
Michael Self, Willie Mullins are the first 2 cars to get through there.
Willie Mullins, what? Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh!
A lot of cars involved in that incident. There's Travis Breen. Look at all the damage to that 27 car.
Oh my, we are going to get a wild card winner here in Daytona. With the leaders coming together with 1 turn to go.
That's the onboard from Travis Breen.
What don't you like about ARCA finishes? Nothing!
We've talked about it all day. It's so tough to go bumper to bumper for a whole lap here. And what you just saw in turn 3 was the consequences of that.
There's Brad Smith right there. That's Jerry DeWeer on the other side of him.
And the idea is that it's okay on the straightaways, but you want to get off the bumper.
Gregson's back in the battle. He's in 3rd.
These cars are really hard to drive, especially when the rear wheels are off the ground.
So there's Braden.
We'll see him moving around inside the car. That's from his onboard camera. Chase Purdy right there, doing such a nice job in this race. See all the grass and the grill of the 28 of Sheldon Creed.
And he was the leader.
Now we're still going to have issues with fuel.
Yep.
We know that the 15 of Michael Self and the 3 of Willie Mullins were the first 2 cars to emerge from that turn 4 melee. There's Travis Braden climbing out of his car. Chase Purdy out of his car as well.
So Creed was involved in that as well, but he seems to have somewhat come through it as the red flag is out once again. As you can see, the cars all coming to a stop. So right now it's Michael Self, Willie Mullins, Noah Gregson back up to 3rd, now with fuel. Not as much of a concern as others. Then Creed and Kirk Horton, and that's how they're scored for the moment, so that's not official. Maybe some double checking. Bobby Gerhardt in 6th, Tom Hessert, John Ferrier, Max Tolman back in 9th, and Andrew Belmont.
We saw Andrew involved in that early incident on the front straightaway, but I'm telling you, if Noah Gregson can be up there somewhere in the top 5 after pitting, what, 1 lap ago, basically, that would be an amazing comeback.
And he will be tough to hold off. All right, let's see what happened here. Creed on the bottom, Core on the top.
Nobody to blame here. These guys are just doing all they can do to be pushed. You see the 28 get pushed sideways, and then the 43 of Core and the 8 of Chase Purdy make contact. The 43 takes the 27 up into the outside wall. You see Michael Self go by relatively unscathed from this incident anyway.
Chase Purdy got tight on the bottom. You could see he didn't have any air on his nose, and he just couldn't keep it down there and got into the outside lane.
He didn't have any air on his nose because his nose was up underneath the back of the 28 car.
And you have to do that if you want to win the race, but you can see it here.
This is in the middle of the backstretch.
Bumper to bumper, gets tight.
You can see how much higher his nose was there with no air on it.
cars get together, it's over.
Thomas Brader hires the 06 and the 9. There's Brad Smith making contact with the 06. There's Riley Herbst, the NOS car on the right.
I think we're going to need to count the cars that haven't made contact.
Yeah, exactly. Travis Braden's on board. Nowhere to go. Absolutely nowhere to go.
On board with Natalie Decker.
She gets a good job. I'm sure Eddie DeHaan, her spotter's talking her through this. She gets through on the bottom. Now it looks like the track's blocked in front of her. Brad Smith's going to go down there, pass her, and hit somebody.
She still did a good job getting through.
What an amazing job she did getting through that. Looks like maybe at the very instant she might have got hit from behind.
So this is Riley Herbst on board with his. He's had, what a many that's had an eventful night. Just about everyone has.
He was going to be okay till Brad Smith ran into the 06.
This might give us a better look at Sheldon Creed. Almost got it. Trying to hang on to the spin, and then I presume just went through the grass.
Yeah, spins down through the grass. If he kept that car going, though, and kept it rolling, and is going to restart in the 4th position, then he still has a shot at this.
This might give us a better look at Sheldon Creed of the 28 United Rentals car. Gets it turned back around and keeps it straight, just barely on the grass.
Does not even spin. He may even get to line up in front of Noah Gragson. Right now, our scoring monitor shows Noah Gragson. Depends if ARCA deems that he was maintaining speed and when the caution flag came out. Look at the damage. The 06 into the windshield of Riley Herbst.
As a former car owner, how much are you thinking when you see these, how expensive this is?
Dollar signs.
Oh.
Just dollar signs. I mean, after the fact, you think about trying to get that trophy first.
Yeah. And then second, you're making sure that the driver is safe.
Exactly.
But after that, it's, oh, this is gonna cost us a lot. So we're hearing that Noah Gragson is going to have to go to the tail. He's not going to keep his spot.
Wow.
We'll check with the ARC officials and find out what the ruling is on that.
So maybe he scooted through too many after the caution was clearly out.
You got to try to miss the wreck first.
Yeah.
You got to drive by him.
Oh, it's something totally different. He was laying back on the restarts.
Yeah, and on the restart before the incident, and he was going to have a drive-through penalty. We're hearing from the ARC officials, even had this incident not happened. So.
Wow. Okay.
So they're going to put him back now. They're going to take that spot away from him, put him to the back of the lead lap cars, I would guess.
So let's take one more look here with Riley Herbst on another big one, on another potential white flag lap. So they'll try again for the 3rd time from Daytona coming up.
Another break. Okay. I'm going to just put my phone in the charger because I don't know how much juice I got on it. But we've been streaming for 1 hour, 8 minutes, and 35 seconds. This may deserve a charge. If I can find a place to put my phone. Those are going to be good.
had last year, Daytona Day. It was Daytona Day for my family on the Daytona 500. That's the same thing you do when you watch the Super Bowl.
I watched the Daytona 500 with family. My sister, maybe some friends might come from up the road.
Barbecue going, friends over, watch that spectacle of a race. It's just such an awesome way to start our NASCAR season.
So that you can breathe easy, knowing that you're taking the best possible care of your family. Enjoy cleaner air with our great selection of air filters in our product department today. DuPont Air Filtration, available at Menards.
Thanks for staying with us in Daytona for the Lucas Oil 200, driven by General Tire. Double overtime now. The white flag restart is coming up. Don't forget, after we're done, it's the UFC 221 prelims, and that's already airing. The UFC 221 pre-fight is on FS2 and FS Go right now. We'll join in. We are done. After this red flag is lifted and we complete one lap here in the season opener for the ARCA Racing Series, presented by Menards. Michael Self, under this red flag, is the leader, and Willie Mullins is in second position down at pit road at Dillon Welch. And we're down here with his car owner and crew chief, Andy Belmont. You guys have kind of been quietly riding all day. Now, by process of elimination, find yourself in second with one lap to go. Just how you drew it up, right?
Well, we kind of planned a little bit of this. We got a real tall gear in that thing for fuel mileage, and doesn't quite get going on the original start, so we need a little bit of help. But we was back there trying to take care of it. I knew, I've been coming here a long time. We just kind of knew what cars we didn't think were going to be around again. And, we're blessed to be here. It's taken the whole week rail man. Bring your best car you can. We were like second practice. We come down here and test, and I knew we had a good horse, but we just, everything's got to fall your way. We're just proud that we're in this position and doing the best we can. But it ain't over yet. I'm not sure there's that record.
What do you need from the cars behind you just to get to the front?
Well, the car that start behind us got the same gear in a tranny and the same gear in the rear end, so I just told him, make sure he starts the second gear and pushes and don't jack the wheel up. Now, he does that. I'm not sure how bad the 15's moving there. He got turned there a little bit. Looks like the back bumper's hanging out a little bit. But I think if we can get a good run on the top, I think we'll be all right. You just don't know. We're second. We might be 10th before we get back to the checker. Might be upside down too. So, I'm just thrilled that they chose me to work for them. And, small team from Virginia and a lot of volunteer help, a lot of guys from Boston, everybody has to be here trying to live the dream, you know what I mean? And, got to give a shout out to my boy Kurt, Ted, in the mod space car. So I'm a little torn here, watching the front and the back, you know what I mean? But I'm really blessed. Thanks for taking time.
Yeah, two cars in the hunt here for Andy Belmont. Willie Mullins in second, and his son Andrew Belmont running in the fifth spot. Jim Trado?
Adventure Motorsports has 4 cars in the field. One driver that's worried about the lead is the number 15 of Michael Self. Self in the 15. Now that team, he's only got 10 races with him. So they have young Chris Janek is signed up for this team. Snowball Derby winner from a few years ago. And you know what? He has a chance to learn a lot here tonight. So he's on the ladder, talking to what will be his crew chief. The short tracks here in the ARCA Racing Series. Kevin Reed, the 2-time Daytona winner here. Most recently in 2016. Now you've got all the scenarios played out. A lot of radio chatter. What are your thoughts as your car came clean through that lead here on this restart?
Well, we come pit road. The rest of these guys have gone up second pit, and so I'm going to imagine there's going to be a few more run out of gas if we laps that they run. So I was trying to play safe, come to pit road, put gas in it early, come back to pit road to make sure we had enough for the
Be right back, guys.
he should be able to go win this thing. We can push out box here, and it'll be nice and smooth, and we can take it home with us.
And first stop was fuel only to slip through. You came in and changed 4 tires. Is that any advantage now having pressure general tires under your car at this point?
General tires are always good. Fresh general tires are always better than not. So we'll just take our chances here and do what we can do.
Kevin Reed again winning in 2013 and 2016. Two different teams. Same driver John Visconti looking for his 3rd ring in 4 years. So Chris later this season did a great job last year as a 16-year-old. Finished second a couple different times with this set. I think he did.
Hey, Michael.
Alright guys, I'm back. So I don't have nothing to do. Okay, no, I think I'll just come back when we go back to green.